what's going on YouTube. So today is another Saturday and I DJ on Saturday, so I'm going to review an album that I bring out to DJ with me. Today we're going to talk about Management, 2008 album, Oracular Spectacular on Sony Records. Sony's a pretty underground label. I don't know if a lot of people know about it. Management's not too bad though. Like, they have a lot of hit singles on here. Like, anything would sound good compared to the album I had to review yesterday, that's for sure. They just play like this kind of like indie electro pop with little hints of like psychedelic in it. They're from Brooklyn, New York, just like the guy I did yesterday too. His record is from Brooklyn, New York too. They got David Friedman of Flaming Lips and Mercury Rev fame to come and produce it and give it like... David Friedman really needs a lot of credit for giving this album like its clean, colorful sound and like just it's like bright, shiny polish. This thing is polished to death. It's like so polished. Like, this guy left it in a buffer for weeks. It just came out shiny and crystal clear and stuff like that. MGMT, they like to do a lot of stuff on their synthesizers and keyboards and stuff, something that sounds kind of like a drummer or a drum machine going on, and they just kind of have, you know, little pot-headed musings on the world, very like shallow philosophies and stuff like that. What I like to think when I listen to this music is like that movie, The Lord of the Flies, where all those kids are abandoned on an island and no one came to rescue them and they had to make their own little kid society. Except this society would be full of like kind of jocks and college students or university students just without their shirts on, you know, taking mushrooms, and you know, they wouldn't last very long on that island, but they'd have all kinds of like musings on space and the world and women and stuff too. Just like horny college students left on an island who were like, you know, making this kind of half-assed tropical music, but it's quasi-spiritual and stuff like that. But yeah, it's not the worst. Like, it's a good start. This is only the first album. It's got a couple of hits, 3 hit songs on it, and like Kids and Time to Pretend and Electric Feel. Like, those are all songs I play on a very regular basis. I'm partial to the reason like it gets overplayed for me too. I have no one to blame but myself. But another, I have a gripe with these guys. It's because how much hype they have on the internet. I was reading this one review and this guy was comparing them to like Pink Floyd and David Bowie, and he even mentioned like, oh, these guys are like talking heads and stuff, and you know, they're not at all. Like, he said they were like ecstasy and stuff. Like, he also compared them to Suicide, but I can hear a little bit of Suicide in this. But like Pink Floyd and Talking Heads, and like I hear like Flaming Lips, I hear Cut Copy, I hear Vampire Weekend, you know, nothing big like David Bowie or Talking Heads and Pink Floyd. Like, these guys want to play maybe the same kind of music as them, but they're just playing around in those guys' backyards and stuff. Like, there's no way these guys are anywhere near as timeless as like fucking David Bowie and Talking Heads. Like, yeah, right, but that's just my opinion. Like, it's just mild psychedelic pop, you know, indie electro kind of shit, but the songs are pretty good. Like, the songs other than the singles, kind of like, I don't know, you'd have to be a pretty hardcore Management fan to like them, because they're just kind of pointless. They're not really accessible or catchy or dancey. They don't really have anything to add to the, you know, the musical world, to me anyway. But like Time to Pretend, Kids, Electric Feel, those are like certified bona fide club hits. Totally the reason these guys got big. And also because David Friedman just like worked his ass off waxing and polishing these songs. But yeah, they have some tongue-in-cheek stuff. They have a little bit of wit to their, like a sense of humor about them. Not much in the way of artwork here, just pictures of themselves. And then pictures of their friends in the lake. It comes in this kind of shitty cardboard case. Because Sony's an underground label, so they can't really afford packaging. And then they are playing with like sticky money, I guess. Just pictures of themselves and some mild credits, and then it comes with this sleeve in the middle. It's like, wow. Big budget. I think they blew all their money on the production here, and then just the lyrics. No real pictures, no real... It's not even really legible because it's really small and written in cursive, so you really have to squint. Yeah, Management, Brooklyn, New York, like, it's not the worst music in the world. Like, it's very accessible, it's very listenable, it's, you know, kind of infectious, I guess, but it go over as well for a crowd. It's not music you have to really think about or really have to try to get into. It's very like, it's candy, it's pop music. It's very poppy, it's very, you know, it's just, you know, it's, I have no idea what I'm trying to say, but yeah, synth beats, chanting vocals, quasi-spirituality. A lot of people are saying this is retro. It's not retro at all. There's no retroness sound in any of what's going on here. I don't remember any 80s songs sounding anything like this. I think some people want to give themselves credit and just say they sound retro, but there's no Pink Floyd or Talking Heads in here at all. A lot of Flaming Lips though, a little bit of Suicide I could hear, but... Oh, and another gripe I have with this album is like, when the CD ends, it keeps playing, like it makes you think there's a secret song, and it goes on and on and on, but then it just goes back to song 1 after like 20 minutes or a half hour, and it's just like, what the fuck happened there, but... Yeah, not much to say other than that. David Friedman produced it. Peace.